All right, you saw the title, so let's get to it. The top 7 high yield savings accounts here in October 2023. These savings accounts have no monthly maintenance fees with either very low minimum deposit requirements or none at all, and offer some of the highest yields available. And to add, these accounts are going to be FDIC insured. So by the time you watch this, the APYs may be higher or lower, but that's for another day. Let's go ahead and start with number 1. Number 1, Basque Bank, currently offering an APY of 5%. There are no minimum deposit requirements and there are no monthly maintenance fees with Basque Bank. Now, Basque Bank, I've been covering them for at least a year, I believe, and they've stayed in that top tier of giving the higher APY. And so Basque Bank, good for you, continuing to offer APYs at 5% or more. This is great to see. I would love to hear some input from the community. If you have a Basque Bank high yield savings account, let us know in the comment section below how that experience has been for you. Now with Basque Bank, there also are no fees when you want to transfer money, ACH transfer that is, to and from your Basque Bank account to your checking account if you wanted to take money out of your Basque Bank account. So that's great to see. And the last point that I do want to mention about Basque Bank that they do state is if an account remains unfunded for 15 business days, they reserve the right to close that account. If you're thinking about opening a Basque Bank high yield savings account, make sure you fund that account within 15 days or you could possibly have that account closed. Numbers 2 and 3 are going to come from CIT Bank. CIT Bank's high yield savings account both have no monthly maintenance fees. However, they do have a $100 minimum deposit requirement. These savings accounts are going to be FDIC insured. And at the moment, the lower tier high yield savings account from CIT Bank is currently offering a 4.65% APY. And that account is called the Savings Connect account. Now their upper tier, upper level high yield savings account that offers a 5.05% APY is called the Platinum Savings account. And this does have a minimum balance requirement of $5,000 if you want to earn that 5.05%. Otherwise, if that balance does drop below $5,000, then you're going to earn a 0.25% APY. Now we have the Savings Connect account at 4.65% because CIT Bank was one of the first banks to get into that upper level of that 4.5 to 5% range. So we've just stuck with CIT Bank, and the process of trying to open another account takes a little time, and when you have a family and you have kids, it's hard to even justify 5 minutes to yourself, right? So we've stuck with the 4.65% APY Savings Connect account. But if you are someone who has no problems with maintaining that $5,000 balance or more, then look into the Platinum Savings account from CIT Bank because you are going to earn a little bit of a premium on the money that is sitting in your savings account with CIT Bank. Number 4 on this list is going to be the BMO Alto Online Savings Account. This is their new high yield savings account. For a while, BMO was offering a high yield savings account that was limited depending on your geographic location, but now at 5.10%, it appears that this high yield savings account is open to all U.S. citizens and U.S. residents 18 and older. Now, there are no fees, no minimum balance requirements, also no minimum opening deposit requirements. You're going to get unlimited transfers, unlimited withdrawals, similar to the previous 2 or 3 accounts that we discussed. There is no app, however, with the BMO Alto account. You have to go through the site, but I imagine you can still use your phone's web browser in order to access your account and do the transactions that you would normally do with other accounts. At number 5 is Bread Savings by Bread Financial at 5.15% APY. Bread Savings has continued to increase their APY that they offer over the last 2 or 3 reviews that I've done, which is great to see. Bread Savings does have a $100 minimum opening deposit requirement. There are no monthly fees, free ACH transfers. So just like the first few we talked about, you're going to be able to transfer and withdraw money from this account for free, depending on what type of transfer you do. ACH transfer typically is going to be free no matter what the account you have. You just want to make sure and confirm that with the FAQs or just call the customer service for any of these high yield savings account and they will let you know that. Now with Bread Savings, there is an app for managing your account. This app does appear to be very user friendly, and in 2023, it just makes sense that you want to have an app that's going to be available to your customers to be able to do their transactions and manage their accounts with ease. Number 6 on this list is going to be UFB Direct's high yield savings account, and they have the highest APY on this list at 5.25% APY. There are no monthly fees with UFB Direct, no minimum deposit requirements. complimentary ATM card, which may benefit some of you who look for something like that. Now, the only problem that I have seen with UFB Direct from the research that I've done, and some of you have actually shared your experience, so maybe they've gotten better with their customer experience, but in the past, there has been challenges with their customer experience, their customer service experience. And some of you have recently reported, I've seen more recent comments about how their customer service has gotten better. So shout out to UFB Direct for having one of the highest, if not the highest consistent 5.25% APY that's currently out there in the market today. Number 7 on this list, and a new addition to my reviews that I'm going to be doing, is the online savings account from Everbank, formerly known as TIAA Bank. They are currently offering a 5.15% APY. For new customers, you can actually get locked into this 5.15% APY for a year on balances up to $250,000. That's really good because we know interest rates may start to come down and all the competition may start to bring what they're offering down. So if you can get locked into this 5.15% APY for a year, I mean, that's not bad. That's pretty cool. And that's going to be on balances up to $250,000. And then after a year, you're going to drop down to whatever the rate that they're going to be offering. However, it is important to know that they have this pledge that they're always going to be within that top 5% of the competition. So while you may see other other banks start to drop their APY, you have this pledge, you have this guarantee from Everbank that they're going to be in the top 5% of the competition. So if you get in right now with that 5.15%, and we're starting to see that the Federal Reserve is not hiking interest rates as often or as much as they were doing in the past, may actually start to bring interest rates back down. There are reports about that, but it's time will tell what actually happens. But if it does start to happen, then that means all these banks are going to start bringing down the APY that they're offering for their online savings accounts, their high yield savings accounts. And to be locked in for a year at 5.15% to me sounds like a pretty good deal. And just like the other 6 accounts that we talked about, there are no monthly maintenance fees, $0 to actually open this high yield savings account. And an important note that I do want to mention about Everbank, they were formerly known as TIAA Bank, who actually got into some financial trouble, got into some misconduct trouble. You can go Google it yourself and research it, but there is a new ownership group. And I imagine that there's going to be so much oversight, so much scrutiny by the regulators, by all the people who are going to be overseeing this company, this new company, to make sure that everything is going to be up to par, even better than up to par. So you definitely want to take that into consideration. You have so many great choices with all these high yield savings accounts. It's a great time to be putting money in a savings account. It's also a great time to also invest. And if you're interested in learning about investing and building that long-term wealth, then definitely check out the video on the screen that's going to share with you some of the best practices that I've been using to continue to build and grow a successful investment portfolio. Definitely check it out, and I'll see you over there. Peace.